Hi, I just came back from the Mississauga Comic Show here on a sweltering Sunday afternoon in Mississauga. Now, this comic show usually is paired up with a toy show. The toy show, if you want to get into that and also get into the comic show, it's $20, and then if you just want to go to the comic show, it's $5. And I went there with my buddy J-Man, and I'm sure he'll have a video up with his haul and how that went, or not, I don't know. But I did not take any footage at the show. I just forgot, but I figured I'd do a little haul video, just sharing what I found there. I know some markets things are sparse, in some markets things are in abundance, and it's interesting to see what people buy at some of these toy and comic shows. So I did not really spend a lot, and I didn't really buy a lot at this one. There is a bigger show coming up in June, so I'm saving my shekels for that. But usually I buy things that pique my interest, fill holes in my collections, and buy crazy esoteric stuff sometimes. But there wasn't a lot that I was really interested in this one. That's how it goes sometimes. I did pick up a few things. So first thing I picked up was Dazzler the movie. Here it is. And this was a graphic novel in the 80s. I've read it before, but I don't have a physical copy of it, so I was happy to pick one up. I also got a Marvel Super Special of Octopussy. There it is. And I know Marvel did a lot of they did a few super specials of the James Bond movies of the late 70s on through into the mid 80s when the Roger Moore movies stopped. But I'm eager to read Octopussy. I've never read it. I love Marvel super specials, so that'll be a treat to read. Also, and this was mentioned on a recent episode of Clobby's Clubhouse on Clobber Times' channel. Go check that out, it's awesome. But they were talking about Captain Canuck, and as a Canadian, I do have a few issues that I grew up with from the 1980s. I'm assuming that's a volume 2, and maybe it's not. But I remember at that point, Captain Canuck was dead, like comic book dead, and he was coming back as a ghost and stuff, and he was inspiring people and all that stuff. So that's what I remember of Captain Canuck. I do know of Captain Canuck and the various different origins. My favorite is him getting the powers from aliens and stuff. But I got a pack of the first 7 issues from, I believe, the 70s. So here they are. And here's issue 7 on the back. So it's a pack of like the first 7 or so. This, I think, is the most famous version of Captain Canuck. It's the one that when people think of Captain Canuck or talk about Captain Canuck, that's the version they talk about. So I'm eager to dive into those. I love digests, especially like DC digests of the 70s, and I like the Marvel stuff too, but mostly DC was for superhero stuff and mainstream comic stuff. Aside from Archie, they were tops in the 70s. I got 4 really neat ones. So this is Our Army at War with a really neat cover, really striking design. Here it is. And I also got House of Mystery. I love reading these. I love comics that have a bunch of different varieties of stories. Here's UFO Invaders, which looks like a throwback to science fiction stories of the 50s and 60s in comics. There's a charring body in the corner there. And last but not least, Dark Mansions of Forbidden Love, 3 novel-length stories. This, I'm assuming, are gothic stories which are basically inspired by Dark Shadows, I guess. I've heard about this before, so I'm eager to read those. So that's all I got at this comic show. I'm waiting for the big one in June, and until then, I don't think there are other comic shows, but I'll keep posting other videos. Hope you enjoyed this.